Goldwyn visited his doctor and received a clean bill of health. 2 days later, Sammy and sons John and Tony were playing tennis when Francis screamed for their help from upstairs in the house.
He came rushing up, and his father was on the floor. He'd had the stroke, and picked him up in his arms and carried him to bed. This was a very emotional moment, to suddenly be carrying his father in his arms and to become the father.
Stopped what I was saying and looked, said, "Grandpa, you okay?" And his knuckles were white, and he was shaking, right? And I realized what he was trying to do was get himself out of the chair. And he was trying to get up and stand up, and he couldn't. He was defeated, and tears started to stream down his face. I went over to him, and I put my arms around him, and I said, "Grandpa, take a break." I said, "You've spent your whole life achieving the most amazing things and being so indomitable. You've earned the right to just sit back and relax and let people take care of you."
He started producing movies the year before I was born, in the year 1912. And when I think of the enormous contribution he has made to the motion picture industry, to entertainment in America, and who more deserves the Medal of Freedom than Mr. Sam Goldwyn.
And pretty soon, I saw him start to pull on the president's sleeve. And Nixon knew something was wrong. My father said, "You're going to have to do better than that if you expect to carry the state of California." And Nixon's eyes just did this. And I never saw anybody close any kind of a press conference down faster.
I felt for him. You know, I couldn't say I felt vast devotion or love, because it was impossible. But I wanted to be nice. And I wanted to show even things that I didn't necessarily feel. And I was his daughter.
It was a real goodbye. And Arthur said, "This is the first time I've been here that Sam hasn't come to see what kind of a car I was driving." He always liked to look at cars. And at that moment, the front door opened again. The butler came out and said, "Just wait 1 minute. The nurse is bringing Mr. Goldwyn out. He wants to see the car." And so we were pleased. We were pleased.
Around at home, the former Shmuel Gelbfish was 94 years old.
My mother said when she called me on the phone that night that, "Well, it's happened." I went over to the house and the doctor was there, and she said, "Well, the first thing, your husband can't die without a lot of people knowing it."
They closed the gates. Oh, and boy, I'm telling you, I was on that phone. I really took a beating from a lot of people. They couldn't understand why they couldn't go to the funeral. They got very angry at me, and I couldn't help it.
She went downhill so fast after Grandpa died. And emotionally, had lost her tether, I think. More and more obsessed on Goldwyn and the goal that the ship was going down, and she wanted to make sure that the survivors told the story.
Samuel Goldwyn is buried at 4